isa, kung hindi man pinakamabilis, pinakamataas, pinakamagaling, but isa sa pinaka driver ng economy is infrastructure.
Correct. Tama po. Yan ang, I think it's about 20% of our economy.
Okay.
Yeah.
But instead of having the same budget, we are decreasing the budget of DPWH.
That's why isa sa mga recommendations ni Senator JV was to move it also in the same infrastructure projects, or at least dun sa mga agencies na gumagawa ng infrastructure.
Yes, but that's you, me, and Senator JV speaking. I want to know the administrations. I mean, I understand, people's clamor, but I think the people's clamor is for quality infrastructure, not less infrastructure. Wag mo nang flood control. I mean, tanggalin natin flood control, di ba? Let's talk about that later, di ba? So, kasi hindi pa ata in public, I told some people, guys, you either trust Vince Dizon or you don't. What do I mean by that? He's running the department, following the orders, trying to clean it up. Babawasan natin ang budget. Pero titirhan din natin ng 550, 600 billion. So if you trust him with 600 billion, what's the difference with trusting him with 900 billion? Diba? So for me, logic muna. Do you trust him? I'll ask him the same thing. If he says he wants lower funds, don't you trust yourself? Mr. Chairman, may I ask some questions?
We'll be more than happy to receive questions, Senator Alan.
I think hindi pa naman nagsasawa si Sec Vince hearing me narrate Jeremiah 29:11, which states that, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." No? And madalas ko sabihin, Mr. Chairman, and I know your mother's a pastora and a avid reader of Bible commentaries. Yung isa kong meditation kasi dyan, di ba? 2 points lang. One, kung may plano ang Diyos, may plano ang demonyo. So kung plano ng Diyos, substandard, infrastructure, corruption, ghost, poverty, ang plano ni Lord is hope, prosperity, giving us a future, di ba? So wala pong nagplaplano na walang vision. So my first question to Sec Vince is, what is the vision, his vision, the administration's vision for 2026? And this will probably be a Marcos administration 2.0 vision. Kasi nga, in 2022, for the 2023 budget, ang sinabi lang vision nila is BBM, build better more. Tama ba? Better ba yung B, no? Kasi from build to build better more. But before that, indulge me lang for 70 seconds. I want to show you a video of my questions in 2022. And correct lang ng konti na sinabing si President Marcos daw ang unang nagbulgar sa flood control. To be fair, Senator Joel, myself, sino pa ba? A number of senators napansin na ng 22-23. To be fair naman kay Senator Lacson, binulgar niya yung ghost. Na yun ang hindi namin alam, hindi natin alam. So to be fair to the President naman, malakas boses niya, siya Pangulo. And he used the right forum. And it did push one domino that led to a domino effect that we're dealing with now. You, Mr. Secretary, are dealing with the ICI, the Ombudsman, the country is dealing with it, di ba? So just to put things into perspective, can you show this 1 minute and 10-second video, no? So just take a look at the asset preservation. The point I'm going to make is that parang sa maintenance na pupunta yung 23 budget at saka yung trend, imbis na to build new networks and to build an infrastructure program, parang sa flood control at saka sa maintenance, no? So kung makikita mo 2019, 2020, 2021, kalahati lang ang asset preservation sa network development program. Pero pagdating ng 2022, pumantay na. ganun din ang flood control, no? From 90 billion, it's now 166 billion, no? Ang local program tinanggal noong 2022 and it was replaced, it was included na sa convergence and meron bago silang item locally funded projects, no? So next slide. So my question is this really a build better more or is it a build flood control and maintenance pa more? So just take a look at the asset preservation. The point. So umulit na yan. So first of all, I was telling my staff, munti ko nasuotin ulit yung barong na yun today. Buti lang, hindi ko nasuot ulit. As you would see, di ba? The plan has to follow the vision. So napakaganda na from build better, more. At that time, 160 pa lang. But from 90 to 160 flood control, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Sec Vince, di ba, when you took over, of course, maraming stinap this year. It was 300 something this year, di ba?
255.
255.
In this 2026.
In the DPWH budget.
Yes.
Hindi kasama dyan yung nasa... Hindi yung ano? What we call this, yung pagka nagkapondo.
Unprogram?
Sa unprogram,
Yes, tama
diba?
po. Yes.
So pag sinama mo yung unprogram, medyo abot ng 300
Yes,
ata or
tama po.
something. Okay.
Yes, correct po.
Okay, so makita mo, when we sounded the alarm, it was 160. Tapos nag-300 pa.
Yeah.
I mentioned this to Sec Vince when he took over when he grudgingly took over because I don't think he really wanted to accept the job, but he doesn't say no to a challenge. Hindi pa natin tititignan yung maintenance. No? So I'll go to that later. But may I ask nga, so ano ang vision ngayon? Ano ang Marcos administration midterm or Marcos administration 2.0 or under the Dizon led DPWH, no? More or less lang. I not talking about a mission, vision, or a slogan, but more or less, what's the vision? At least for 2026.
Ang vision ng DPWH and of course the vision of the President is transparent and accountable and to continue the build better more concept. So yun po yung kanilang vision moving forward.
Okay. Maganda. TAB, TAB. Transparent, accountable, build better more. TAB. Diba? What's your TAB? So, same as sinagot ni Sec Vince to a different question nung budget hearing natin, na parang dalawa trabaho niya. Make it transparent, accountable, take out corruption. On the other hand, to build. Kasi di ba you can have build, pero corrupt. Or you can take out corruption, pero ma-paralyze naman yung building. So it's very clear we don't intend to paralyze the infrastructure development program of the Philippines, di ba?
Tama po.
Okay. I won't use the word paralyze, but that's a different story for flood control kasi tinanggal yung flood control next year. I'll go to that later. Ha? Doon muna tayo sa budget. So last year, umabot ng 1.1 trillion, tama ba? Ang budget ng DPWH? 1.087 trillion, more or less, ang budget.
Tama po.
But if you add the unprogrammed at galing sa ibang departments like DepEd, tapos DPWH gagawa, HPEP, parang abot ng 1.3 o 1.4 trillion.
Tama po.
Ang
Yes.
infra. No?
Correct.
Okay. So, since I became a congressman in 1998 until present, dun sa mga nagkri-criticize ng infra, parating sinasagot ng DBCC, ng DPWH, etc. Basta't lahat, pati yung mga ekonomista, na isa, kung hindi man pinakamabilis, pinakamataas, pinakamagaling, but isa sa pinaka driver ng economy is infrastructure.
Correct. Tama ho. Yan ang, I think it's about 20% of our economy.
Okay.
Yeah.
But instead of having the same budget, we are decreasing the budget of DPWH.
That's why isa sa mga recommendations ni Senator JV was to move it also in the same infrastructure projects, or at least dun sa mga agencies na gumagawa ng infrastructure.
Yes, but that's you, me, and Senator JV speaking. I want to know the administrations. I mean, I understand, I understand people's clamor, but I think the people's clamor is for quality infrastructure, not less infrastructure. Wag mo nang flood control. I mean, tanggalin natin flood control, di ba? Let's talk about that later, di ba? So, kasi hindi pa ata in public, I told some people, guys, you either trust Vince Dizon or you don't. What do I mean by that? He's running the department, following the orders, trying to clean it up. Babawasan natin ang budget. Pero titirhan din natin ng 550, 600 billion. So if you trust him with 600 billion, what's the difference with trusting him with 900 billion? Diba? So for me, logic muna. Do you trust him? I'll ask him the same thing. If he says he wants lower funds, don't you trust yourself?
So, yeah. So, according to the Secretary, ang direction ni, first, mayroon pang natira sa flood control. So, dahil hindi naman po nagastos lahat, mayroon pang natitira from 2025 na pupunta sa 2026.
Yeah.
And at the same time, si Presidente rin, he wanted to divert the amounts to education, health, and social services.
Yeah. So,
and agriculture.
So, wag mo nang health, ha? Wag mo na yung yung flood control. Let's go to that later, no. If we are going to reallocate the amount to something more important, then wala tayong problema doon. Diba? So for example, if you say you need 20 billion or 50 billion for computers, or lahat ng estudyante ay bibigyan ng tablet, diba? No problem ako doon. If we say it's more important. But if we're just saying, kasi galit ang tao, kasi ang infra, ganito, etc. Kasi yung so far sa apat na binanggit nyo, Mr. Chairman, not all, but mostly narinig ko rin sa inyo. Yes, we need help. But I think 30% ba, 40% ng barangays in the Philippines walang primary health center. And all studies in the world shows that it's not hospitals but primary health centers. Okay. In the most highly urbanized areas in the country, 2 to 3 shifts na ang schools. So we need school buildings, and not ordinary school buildings. In Taguig, 7 floors with elevator na and air condition ang binibuild. I think in Manila, 10 floors ata. So we're exploring that also, no? And these are all basic. Wala pa tong mga high-tech laboratories, sports, etc. I mean, I know in Valenzuela ang gaganda ng inyong basketball, yung inyong mga sports centers, no? I know yung City Hall nyo maganda. But what so same sa agriculture. Agriculture medyo iba ng konti kasi hindi lang infra. You did a lot of other things, but you do need a lot of farm to market roads and irrigation. And again, it has to be quality, 'di ba? May nakita na naman ang ilan mga senador, I think Senator Tulfo and Senator Lacson and yourself dun sa paggawa ng mga infra, no? But again, what I'm saying is that infra pa rin to. So I'm not questioning if Sec Vince is saying na there are certain areas like Bulacan dahil natanggal yung kalahati ng personnel namin. Is it Mindoro ba yung isang area na of concern? Mindoro, ganito. So wala akong problema kung sabihin mong, may problema pa kami dyan or nagpapalit kami ng tao, so we'd rather na ang magbibuild is LGUs. I have no problem with that. I'm just saying, are we in agreement that infra is a driver sa economy? And if we in 2023, 24, 25 put almost 1 trillion in DPWH, whether we put it in a different department o hindi, let me have a sub question. Is it true that sa fourth quarter netong 2025 we're expecting only a 3% growth?
Hindi naman. Based doon sa discussion natin during the general principles, ang target kasi is 5.5 to 6.5, but we're not gonna hit 5.5. So maybe
For the year,
around-
for the year. But
for
ang
the
balita
full
ko,
year.
baka 3.5 lang daw sa fourth quarter.
Hindi naman
Masama
sabi
daw
ni
ang
Secretary.
tama sa
Sabi ni
spending.
Secretary Vince, hindi naman.
Oo.
But full year, they were expecting between 5 to 5.5.
No, ililink ko lang yon. Kasi nga, government spending and then spending from spending, or the velocity of the peso kung malaki talaga sa infrastructure. Kasi what's the rule of thumb sa project na walang corruption? 10% ba yung kita ng
Well, reasonable,
contractor?
I think reasonable will be 10 to 12%.
No, it's by law di ba?
Yeah.
It's by
10 to 15.
it's
10
8 to 10 by department order.
Yeah.
DPWH. So, sabihin mo ng totoo yun, 8 to 10, then may VAT yan di ba? May VAT. Oh, may VAT
Yes, may
kayo.
VAT.
So, sabihin mo ng taxes is 10 to 15%. So, that's already 25%. Then, rule of thumb, labor is 30 ba? Ilan percent ang labor? Just rule of thumb, of course, for different projects.
30% of materials ang labor.
Ang labor.
Yes.
And usually ang project, how much yung materials?
Lahat yun. I guess lahat.
I thought 30% is usually labor and then 30-40% is
About 40%.
materials is 40. So if labor is 30% of materials, 12% lang. Akala ko 30% ang materials. 40% materials, 30% labor. Kasi labor intensive pa ang Pilipinas Okay. Anyway, I'm not going to debate on that. Ito lang point ko. Assuming 20-30% materials, kikita ang hardware at importers at of course kung local. Assuming 30% ang labor or 20%, kikita lahat yan. Gagastos lahat yan. Kung maganda project. Di ba? That's why nga, it's a multiplier. And to areas na meron pang NPA or other rebel groups, sabi nga nila, di ba, books and roads rather than bullets, di ba? So the more that you have roads, the more the progress, papasok na rin dyan tubig, kuryente, internet, etc. No? So just to emphasize that it's not apples to apples if I say, in the same manner na pag health and education, di ba? Kasi maganda nga kalye mo, educated ka nga, 20 anyos ka pa lang, you already feel like 60. Or the issue I keep bringing up, yung stunting, di ba? Yung pagkabansot. 30% of our people, sadly, are in danger of stunting. Di ba? And like, is Barn ba one of the pinaka-challenge pagdating sa infrastructure? Even before the Marawi rehab. I would assume, no?
Generally, yes.
I would assume, di ba?
Generally, yes.
Malaki land area, tapos...
Correct.
Yeah, so katulad doon, sila ang highest din sa stunting, 33%.
Yeah.
So may relationship din yung economic development, di ba? Oh.
Yeah.
And then of course, mas may insurgency, mas delikado, mas hindi nakakapasok din yung mga contractors to build or for example, walang gusto mag-aral doon, so walang school kung may gulo, no? So I'm just emphasizing that the job of the DPWH is much more than building highways, schools, covered courts, no. To digress lang ng konti, are you going to digress but on the labor? Is the secretary planning to keep the IAW?
Yes po. That the answer is on the affirmative.
Okay. That's 3%. 3%, tama po ba? 3.5. Okay.
3.5 po.
So, hindi po biro to kasi if you have a budget of 500 billion, 3.5% is 15? More or less 15.5. 16 billion, no? So, in 2022, I told Secretary Bonoan, Sir, I'll give you a breakdown. I'll assume regularity. I'll assume kailangan yung ganung kalaki and everything. Pero may pakiusap ako. Come up with a checklist and isama nyo sa regional director at RD and DE nyo na siguraduhin lahat ng empleyado ay may SSS, PhilHealth, Pag-ibig, etc. Kasi by law, kailangan naman yun sa contractor. And in fact, sinabi ko sa kanya noon that will help make sure na walang kalokohan, walang ghost. Ang alam ko hindi ginawa ha. Pag hiningi ko ngayon, hindi nyo mo mabibigay. Ang usapan natin may checklist at isa-submit nila. So imagine if you have 100 million project, whoever gets the IAW gets 3.5 million. Wala ka namang gagawin, hihingin mo lang sa contractor yon eh. So I won't debate kung ginawa o hindi, but in behalf of the workers, Yusek Sadain, I think you were here then, no? When I asked for that, di ba? Nandito ka noon, di ba? So may I ask for that, Sec Vince? Kasi may part 2 dapat yon. There are certain programs in the United States na pag federal yung infrastructure, they give 125 or 150% doon sa manggagawa. 3 reasons. 1, para hindi parating sa private sector ang pinakamagaling na gumagawa. Kasi kung minimum wage mo, let's say sa Metro Manila is 550, if you give 25% more, 625, di ba? 2, they're building the infrastructure of the, di ba? Then 3, it's a sample kasi. If the government cannot pay our contractors better, di ba? So like sa private sector, no offense sa atin mga real estate developers, but makikita mo yung stocks nila at saka yung income nila pataas ng pataas. Pero yung buhay ng latero, ng electrician, ng tagahalo ng simento, hindi nagbabago. So I'm not asking you to do that now. Maybe you can study it. But the first part really is to make sure that the social protection of yung manggagawa, di ba, happens. Okay. Can I add a third one which is easier? Well, it's easy for you, Vince. It might not be easy for us, but it's easy for you because nga, I know the way you work. Can you meet with TESDA and put whatever, the Contractors Association or the RDs together? Siguro, hindi naman kalabisan hingin na kapag ka 20 anyos na taga-bantay lang, taga-halo ng simento, by the time naman he's 30, 40, 50, ay nakaangat-angat siya. Di ba? Yung may career path naman siya. Kasi yung namang papasok na lowest level sa construction at 20 years old, 25, malamang yun hindi nakapag-aral eh. Di ba? Kasi kung nakapag-aral, they'll find something less manual and more... I remember Vince, Sec Vince, yung... Was it Cebu or Clark? Yung nag-bring in pa ng German para sa kahoy. Parang 20 German skilled workers.
Clark Airport.
Sa Clark, di ba? And I remember you were telling your people na sana may technology transfer kasi isipin mo kung 20 lang yon, di ba? Pero isang buong airport. So isipin mo kung may 100, and I remember I think Sen Win, you brought this up also eh. Yung isang angal nun. Sen Joel brought it up. But during that time, Sec Vince, you weren't in the legislature, but you were in the build team. Yung angal nila about some private builders bringing in Chinese workers. But if you remember in some of our off-the-record meetings with some building owners, lalo Filipino-Chinese, sabi na, boss, yung ibang pumunta dito, half the time nagagawa. Kaya ang laki na titipid. Kasi skilled. But I guess kasi they're more than 1 billion Chinese eh. So, just by scale, di ba, kahit sabihin mong 2% sa Pilipinas, 2% sa China ang skilled, ang dami. Di ba? And ako, on one half, I want efficiency, so sana mabilis. On the other half, gusto ko Pilipino yung gumagawa. Di ba? But what other countries did is to make sure may technology transfer. So, yun nga. So, those are the 4 things. Please use EAW to also benefit the workers by social protection. Number 2, consider that in the future, whether it's by law or by executive order or administrative order, if you can give the workers a little bit more, total sa contractor at sa corruption na punta, bigyan natin yung mga manggagawa ng mas malaki. Number 3, career progression by maybe a test that DPWH, I remember I think it was time ni Senator Joel, they discovered that women are better welders sa TESDA. At that time, yung Korea at Japan, maraming kinukuha na welders. So, there are things we haven't discovered, but when we discover, mas no? Tapos yun nga, yung pang-apat, can we make sure that when you have foreign-assisted projects na malalaki, may talaga, hindi lang yung salita or ordinaryong, may programa talaga for, na quantifiable, no? Kung maaari, if you submit by BICAM, ano yung start pa lang or ongoing na foreign-assisted project na may mga ilan highly skilled, may programa talaga. So pag sinabing etong airport na to, Benteng, German ang gagawa ng woodworks, may 5 tayong Pilipino na apprentice at yung 5 na yan will be added to the skilled workers, di ba?
Sir Alan, nasabi lang ni Sec Vince na meron palang limitation dun sa special provision on the use of EAW. So we'll make the necessary tweaking para matulungan din natin yung social protection aspect.
I think all of us,
actually.
I'm not an expert on TESDA.
Okay.
Senator, basta ang point ko lang po, we'll be happy to work with you guys, but knowing your work ethic, the Secretary's work ethic. I'll mention lang, no, nakalagay, ganyan kakapal kasi yung yung guidelines ng EAW, pero hindi nasusunod. So doon nakalagay material testing. Pero when we ask, only 5% goes to material testing. Please look at it. I'm not saying dun kunin. 5% of the total 3.5%.
Of the 5 years.
Of sa last 5 years. So to be fair, hindi lang sa nalilito to ako sa iyo, Raf, at kay Vince. Parang dalawang masipag ang kausap ko. Yung ginigising ko lang po kayo. I don't know where the material testing should come in. Whether it should be the charge to the contractor kasama sa bidding, etc. No? I'm just saying, kung ganun din yung EAW nyo, baka mabuti iset nyo talaga kung tapos kung ano yung standards para magamit sa tama. Okay? Okay. So, you had a vision, you have a plan. We all agree that infrastructure is so valuable sa economy. Sec Vince is not against other agencies and LGUs doing the infrastructure, correct?
He's not against that.
In fact, I think he is partial to it.
Yeah, he favors that.
Ang caveat ko lang kasi, there's 1 or 2, 3 years. I forget now sa tagal ko sa gobyerno whether it was Pinoy's time or before, after that. I'm sure it wasn't Duterte's time. Pinasa yung infrastructure sa DepEd, hindi rin maayos eh. Hindi rin naayos because they didn't have the engineers. Matagal din bidding, etc. And then the usual problems, wala rin lupa, no? Yun lang caveat ko, no? But having said that, is it on the record that he in fact encourages, LGUs, other agencies?
In fact, napag-usapan ho namin ni Sec Vince, yung mga natitirang school building sa kanya, he's thinking of partnering with LGUs for the LGUs to construct.
So I won't talk muna about the Senate version or the House version. NEP muna tayo, NEP. Magkano ang NEP ng 2026? 881B, tama? Can you show this?
881.
881, okay. Sa 881 na yan, I know things have changed, kasi nga may flood control pa yan. But assuming nga walang corruption, 881, magkano doon ang convergence dapat? You can give me ballparks. I just want to make a point. It doesn't have to be exact. So if it's
167 billion.
167 yung convergence.
504 sa GAA 2025.
Then in GAA 2025, 504 ang convergence.
504.
Okay.
Yes.
So dito sa NEP ng 2026, more or less, magkano sa 881 doon ang mga local projects? Kalye, schools, I'm not talking about the major bridges and everything, no? Yung day-to-day na sa syudad, sa provinces, ganyan. You can give me a ballpark. It doesn't have to be exact. Is it 1/3, 1/4 of the budget, half of the budget?
Mga 130 billion.
130 billion.
Kasi yung SAPAG and BIP 69 plus 60. Yeah. Mga 130 billion.
Yeah. And so before I go to my next question, one question and a follow-up question or a question that corroborates what I want to ask. Am I correct, Mr. Chairman, that you and I, Senator JV, are partial to the local government? Him because he was a mayor, you because you're a mayor, me because I have a companion in life who's a mayor.
You're married to a mayor.
Married to a mayor, literally, figuratively din, kasi nga, from the time she wakes up at 5:15, 5:30 until we go to sleep, problema pa rin ng city sinasabi. When I say you're partial is that, let's say, if DPWH gave your city 5 billion or 3 billion last year, you would say you do at least as good a job or even better if they just gave it to the LGU.
Po, and faster.
Faster,
Faster
di ba?
rin,
That's
yeah.
why I told your brother, the Secretary of DSWD, parang code namin, think as a mayor. Kasi when you think as a
Yeah,
mayor,
narinig
di
ko
ba?
yan,
Yeah,
actually.
pagka ano
Yesterday.
kasi, for example, may delay sa DPWH, it's not that you don't care, but hindi kayo inaaraw-araw eh. Di ba? Pero kapag may delay, may traffic, yung mayor ang inaaraw-araw eh. Pag binaha, yung mayor inaaraw. Pagka hindi maka-enroll yung bata, kahit hindi mo pwedeng sabihin ng mayor, ang DepEd is national eh. Ikaw pa rin ang iaaraw-araw eh, di ba? Okay, the reason I said that is because we have a computation here. If you give the 82 provincial governors 1 billion, the highly urbanized cities 500 million, and the 1,500 municipalities 50 million, you'll have 231 billion. So ang balita ko, part of what we will do as a reform is that we will get resolutions from either a letter of the mayor or I see the DPWH nodding in concert, di ba? So kung kukuha din tayo ng resolution sa kanila, ba't hindi lang natin bigay yung pera? Sila nang gumawa. I see the chairman nodding but not answering. I know, Mr. Chairman, it's bicameral, so I don't know if the other house will say yes. And there's only 4 of us in the session hall. There are many others not in the session hall. I think even our beautiful and masipag Senate President tonight, Senator Legarda, will say yes. That if eventually we go back to around 750 billion for DPWH, 1/3 lang to, 231 billion. Okay, Mr. Chairman, may I put that at your doorstep and may we take a look and consider it?
Yes, Senator Alan, Mr. President. Actually, maraming agencies ngayon are looking at partnering with LGUs. DA,
I agree, Mr.
DepEd,
Chairman, but ang kaibahan nito, it's more than partnering.
it's
Kasi
downloading.
now we're listening to them rather than telling them what to do. Now we're saying, you know what you need. We can have a menu para din, di ba? So, for example, sinasabi niyang DPWH ngayon at ng ating mahal na Pangulo na dredging is important. Oh, so, And many LGUs, Taguig, does it by administration. I think, I don't know if we borrow or we have a dredging machine. Di ba? So, rather than sa haba-haba ng prosesyon sa simbahan din ng tulay, or mathematically, the shortest point between, the shortest distance between 2 points is straight line iniiba pa natin No, I mean, there are reasons, but I'm just saying, with great crisis comes great opportunity. This might be the opportunity. Then DPWH can start being more of standards. So for example, sasabihin ng DPWH, sa bawat region, ganito ang cost ng materials, ganito. Then we can tell the LGUs, pwede kayong mas mababa, pero hindi kayo pwedeng mas mataas. Di ba? Quality assurance, and then also for lack of better word, transparency and accountability assurance. Di ba? Kasi nga, para naman tayong mga tanga, I'm not saying it in a negative, para tayong mga tanga, if we give a province 1B, tapos mas mahal yung gagawin nila kaso sa DPWH, di ba? Oo. So I'll try to speed it up. So yun yung pitch ko for decentralization, no? We don't need to go federalism per se. Federalism sigurado, but there are certain things we can do to decentralize to achieve, di ba, local autonomy without doing that. Okay? So, Sec Vince, pag sinabi yung flood control, may flood ka na gusto mong i-control. Di ba? So, obviously, pag may flood control, either the area is flooded, being flooded, experiencing flooding, or you expect it to experience flooding. You don't need flood control in areas that are not flooded and you do not expect to be flooded, di ba? So, for example, it's Roland. Pag nag-develop ka doon, may development, kasi alam mo, because of the development, baka magkabaha. So, kahit wala, maglalagay ka na. Hindi mo namang hihintayin magkabaha pa, di ba? Pero in areas na walang, last 10 years, walang development, last 10 years, wala namang katabi, wala namang tributary yon, hindi ka gagawa ng flood control. There's nothing to control di ba? Para mo lang sinabing crowd control Kung sasabihin mo, sa pinaka-rural na area na 10 lang nakatira, unless doon tayo magrarally, anong ikra-crowd control mo, di ba? Okay. I make that point because I'd like to know, for my education, many people are confused. Parang lumabas kaya tayo binabaha dahil lang sa corruption sa flood control So for example, sa Bulacan, no doubt kaya lumala ang baha dahil sa corruption at ghost. Pero kaya nga tayo naglagay ng flood control doon because bigla silang binaha. When I say bigla, the first time. Afterwards noon, every year after, binabaha. So what are the causes of baha or flood? We can go through it together. Pollution and silted tributaries and rivers, correct?
Climate change.
Climate change,
Nakita ko lang
climate
sa news.
change, the amount of rain. Let's list it down, Mr. Chairman, if you'll indulge me.
Yung nakita ko lang sa Vietnam, ang laki ng baha ngayon, no? Because of apparently heavy rainfall.
The amount of rain sometimes is like one storm can be equivalent to 3 storms.
I heard na ang ulan ngayon maiksi pero malakas.
Minsan 2 hours lang, yung amount of rain na yon is equivalent to like yung dati ng 3. So may natural causes katulad nun, di ba? Of course, sabihin ng mga climate scientists and activists, hindi natural din yon kasi nga nag-pollute din tayo. Okay. The other cause is we build where we're not supposed to build. And where we build where we can build. When I say build where not supposed to build is, for example, pinuputol natin yung puno, tapos we build there. Di ba? O kaya tatambakan yung ilog, then we build there. Di ba? In fact, the DNR, the last 3 years, has been helping us with pictures in some barangays in Taguig na dating ilog na ngayon hindi na makita kung nasaan. Di ba? Oo. The other thing is, not everyone follows the building code. Kasi sa building code, dapat may water retention yung ibang buildings, no? Meaning hindi, so kung dati yung bukid or vacant land can absorb X amount of water, tinayuan doon, so akala nung iba, bukid lang yon. Hindi. Pag hindi nagkaroon ng water retention sa ilalim ng building, sa kalye pupunta yon. Kasi nga, ano ba yung science? No two things can occupy the same space at the same time. 'Di ba? Kung matter ba 'yon o 'di ba? Basta yun yung ano of course, a body is occupied by flesh, spirit, soul, mentality. So that's different. Pero when you talk about matter, it cannot occupy the same space at the same time. So kung may building ka doon, may 3 floors sa basement, 'di ba? Sa kalye pupunta 'yon. So yung parating lumalabas sa Fort Bonifacio na may cistern na malaki, totoo 'yon. Pero also, lahat ng buildings doon ay mahigit pa sa building code kasi may usapan ang, what's the name of the company, former chairman ng BCDA, former president, BG Seya or something, di ba?
FBDC.
FBDC is the joint venture, but they have a unit, BG Seya ata, estate manager,
BG Seya,
na may
the
MOA
estate.
with the city, na ang city building code, sila mahigit building code, and they sign the same time. So hindi papasa yung building if they do not follow that strict regulation. And then my height and everything, FAR, etc., height restrictions are followed. So the point I'm making is that, do you agree with me, sir, that rapid urbanization is a big part not only of flooding but our problems?
Definitely. Especially dito sa Metro Manila, nakita ko na, like for example, in Valenzuela, meron kaming natural water retention areas na naging subdivision or meron ng mga bahay. So that contributes to flooding. May mga ganyan din. I'm sure in Metro Manila, maraming ganyan na cases.
Okay. So before I show some slides, and the reason why I want to agree there, kasi di ba, November 30, may rally. Last week ba yun? Yung may malaking rally. So, everyone's upset di ba? Outrage, galit. But there's also a lot of people who are confused and a lot of people, may mangyayari ba, etc. Alam mo, garbage in is garbage out. Wrong premise, wrong conclusion. So, kung sasabihin natin, kaya tayo binabaha dahil may flood control na kinurap, that's partly correct. That's not wholly correct. So, if we correct that, tanggalin ang flood control or tanggalin ang corruption sa flood control, babahain pa rin tayo if we do not correct the other factors. Diba? So kung ang nakakabaha sa atin, X plus Y plus Z, sinolve natin yung Z, babahain pa rin tayo because of X and Y. So in fact, that's why nga, I would argue may corruption then, partly because of the rapid urbanization. What do I mean by that? Dapat 5 floors lang, nakakuha ng permit na 10 floors. Dapat hindi nag-build doon, nakakuha ng or nag-build doon to follow ang permit. Dapat 1 meter, 2 meters away from yung ilog, pati yung ilog tinayuan na, 'di ba? That's part of the corruption. So let me ask both the Marcos administration, DPWH, why don't we go rural? Rural development. Nawala yun eh. I mean, I know the terms change, 'di ba? Ang estudyante ngayon tawag na natin learners. Ano pa bang mga nag-iba? Marami ng change in terminologies ngayon eh, 'di ba? Para mas politically correct, 'di ba? But nawala yung rural development eh. And ang kaibahan din, ang rural sa Europe, US, may tubig, may kuryente, may school, may ospital, may internet. Kaya lang green siya. Ang urban is a cement or what you call the concrete jungle. Di ba? Yun ang kaibahan. Sa Pilipinas, hindi. Ang rural, mahirap. Ang urban, mayaman. So lahat tuloy gustong maging urban. And then nagsisiksikan doon. So I mean, again, ballpark how much of our budget for DPWH will go to rural? How much will go to urban? 3:1, 4:1. If you have to make an educated guess, I don't want you to compute pa. Kasi even if you look at congressional districts, di ba? Ang city will have more than 1 congressman usually. Ang province, at least 1. So even sa allocation nyo sa congressman, mas malaki sa highly urbanized cities eh.
Ang educated guess po ng DPWH is 70-30, 70 to the urban.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm still speaking to the choir or preaching to the choir. I don't sing, so just preaching to the choir to Senator Tuloy, to Secretary Vince, because once upon a time, he was a deep believer in decentralization and getting out of Metro Manila, so much so that he moved to Clark and built, of course, in his official capacity, yung ang tawag doon, yung government center na God forbid na magkaroon ng big one sa Metro Manila, handa yung buong gobyerno. Kaya nga ako medyo nagalit sa predecessor mo sa DOTR kasi walang niho, walang sinabi, binalik ang DOTR sa Metro Manila. Nandun na nga sa Clark, binalik pa bigla. Diba? Then nagtataka tayo, bakit may traffic, bakit may baha? Kasi lahat tayo nasa urban areas. So yes, if I'm going to argue as a Taguigueño, if chairman is going to argue as a Manileño din or taga Valenzuela, if Senator Loren is going to argue not as someone from Aklan but someone from Malabon, we will argue for more funds for our home cities. But if you look at the bigger picture, the more you build sa rural at hindi mag-migrate ang tao sa atin, the better. Ang problema, walang gustong mag-umpisa. Next admin na lang. So nung nag-build, dumami dito, dumami ang Skyway, lumipat ang manggagawa galing sa Bicol, Bulacan, Rizal, Quezon. Huy, ang Taguig pala, libre edukasyon, dito na lang tayo. Huy, ang Makati pala, may yellow card, dito na lang tayo. Huy, ang Valenzuela pala, gwapo na yung mayor. At that time, single pa. Si Rex pa atang mayor noon, di ba? Single pa yung mayor. Ang daming benepisyo dito. Di ba? So this is real politics, but it's also real solutions. Eh. So I want to show you this. We just did some computations, okay? Can you imagine, of the 111 million Filipinos, so I don't know now if we use 105, 110, 111, 115, 42 million pala, nasa Region 3 lang, nasa Metro Manila, at nasa Calabarzon or Region 4A. Oh, next slide. Yan ang density. Can I have a copy?
Inhabitants per kilometer.
Okay. Inhabitants per square kilometer. Metro Manila, 13,000 per square kilometer. Ba't iba dito? 21,000. Sorry, mali yung kopya ko. Yeah. 21,000 per square kilometer. Even the closest Calabarzon, malayo pa rin. 977 lang. Region 3, 567. So, how much are we spending Metro Manila to think that it will actually make life more convenient for us, but actually, pinapasikip lang natin and it will eventually make us more miserable. Diba? Oh, but when will we start correcting that? 27, 28, when we have a new president, or do we start now? So, last slide. I'm sorry I cannot give credit to who, kasi to be all honesty, nakita ko to sa Facebook, tapos pina-recreate ko lang. Someone posted in Facebook, can you imagine dito, 1/3 na ng Pilipino nagsiksikan. But it's a nice, it's a nice visual eh. Diba? Actually, sa Facebook, it was even smaller. Dito, sinama lang namin Sec Vince, alam kong taga Region 3 ka, kasi sinama natin yung buong Region 3. But even when you talk Region 3, it's more Bulacan, Pampanga, diba? A little bit of Tarlac because of Clark. But it's basically that. I mean, if you look at Nueva Ecija, mas yung density mas less din, di ba? Oo. So, I hope given a chairman who really does his homework, we can do something about this and not only be theoretical. Maraming nga angal. Aangal ang congressman. Baka umangal yung ibang mayor ng Metro Manila, 'di ba? But for example, my wife, she's from Bicol. So kung sasabihin mo babawasan ng pondo ng Metro Manila, lalagyan ng Bicol, Quezon, I don't think she'll say no. Senator Loren, our Senate President tonight, kung sasabihin mong ang Visayas, ang Aklan, Islands ay dadagdag, I don't think she'll say no, 'di ba? So, but we have to have political will and decide. Are we leaders or are we followers? 'Di ba? Do we want to lead or do we want to play politics? So, I can say this now because nga may opportunity. Nayanig ang buong Pilipinas eh. So we can do this now. Sec Vince can get away with it now. I don't know if he can get away with it next year or the year after pag nag-normalize tayo. Kaya nga may concept of new normal, 'di ba, nung pandemic. So, if we do something right in the 2026 budget, if we make the right changes, it will become the new normal. But if we say, alam mo, wag mo na flood control, mainit eh. Pero the rest, sige, okay pa rin. That's why sabi ko nga kay Sec Vince, look at the people behind you. I mean, not literally but figuratively. Ilan dyan ang sumusuporta talaga sa'yo? Oh, kasi baka yung iba, boss, tanggalin lang natin yung ghost, okay na. Pero boss, tuloy natin yung meron kami dyan, meron ganyan. Oh. Ilan naman doon yung boss, tanggalin mo yung ghost, tanggalin mo na yung may 10%, 15, 20, pero kami gagawa niyan ha. Or ilan doon yung, boss, sige, tanggalin mo lahat yan, pero yung city o municipality district ko, wag mong pabayaan. Di ba? So yun ang problema. Filipinos are tribal. It's a strength that we're regionalistic, ethnicity, linguistics, 'di ba? May talent talaga ang Kapampangan compared sa may ibang talent ang Bicolano, Ilocano, but then we're one country eh. So ang sakit ng kalingkingan ay sakit ng buong katawan, 'di ba? So this is the time for major reforms and for leadership and for real change, no? So, Sec Vince, how much of your budget, Mr. Chairman, is for equipment for 2025?
Well, we're looking for that. Doon sa net, yung support operations, which is the BOS budget, in lahati, chinek ko yung Senate Committee report, walang gumalaw. So, pwede natin pa-confirm kung pinawasan.
I see here sa NEP 2026, 82 billion ang support for operations. In the GAB2, tinanggalan siya, 47 na lang. Tapos mukhang sa Senate version, we kept the same amount. I don't know how much of support to operations ang equipment, but tingin ko dyan yan di ba? Okay, you don't have to give it to me right now if you're computing. I'll make my point lang para mapabilis. My point is, for example, sinabi nyo dredging. How many groups are willing to do it by administration instead of by contract? But of course, pag by administration, magandang may equipment na. So, if you can buy the equipment, then magmowa with the LGU to both maintain it and use it, then marami tayong madedredge, di ba? I see the chairman agreeing but the DPWH conferring with each other.
Mas maganda nga ho ganun dahil first of all, ang LGU, I'm sure you know, Senator Alan, mas responsive sila sa needs ng constituents sila. Kaya pag binigyan mo equipment, gagamitin talaga nila.
Let me put it na lang this way, Mr. Chairman, since I think we see eye to eye there. Ito na lang siguro suggestion ko, Sec Vince. Can you pilot? Can you look at areas na sobrang binaha, Bulacan, Cebu, other areas? Talk to the governors, mayors. If we provide the machines, will you do it by administration? Or if you can do it yourself by administration, but ang point ko lang, let's not wait for 2027 to come up with innovations.
Meron silang current parang partnership with the private sector, the LGUs, So, yung DPWH
Sorry,
provides the machines.
Sir Chairman, medyo ano kasi ako sa... Marami tayong kaibigan sa private sector, but I'd rather they pay the right taxes than leave the work to us. Kasi minsan tutulong, tapos hindi naman nagbabayad ng tama, may utang na loob pa tayo sa kanila. Hindi naman lahat. So, I mean, lahat ng cities, may mga partners din, etc. Di ba? Pero, minsan kasi meron yung bibigay ng 500 million, hindi pala binayaran sa tax, 5 billion. Di ba? So, nagiging ano tayo parang beggars can't be choosers. So, pag mayaman yung iba, tanggap tayo. If we can buy the machines and do it naman, di ba?
Actually, even yung mga simple repairs, like for example, yung mga repair ng sidewalk, repair in pavement.
I mean, if they wanna help, thank you and we're
pwede ng
welcome.
edge use.
Ang sinasabi ko lang minsan, kasi ang Pilipino, minsan tama yung utang na loob, minsan mali
I agree. Magkano?
So anyway, you don't have to decide tonight how much, etc. But I mean this morning. But if you're willing to pilot, then I'd like to see that by the time we go to BICAM, di ba? Yan naman readily alam nyo kung magkano, kung saan ang better machines, etc. No? Which I'll go to a point where I'll use that, no?
For 2026, 1 billion ang equipment.
I'm not sad naman, but Sec Vince, ang problema ko lang kasi maraming nalagas sa USEX nyo. And si USEX Sadain is not involved sa argument ko sa DPWH for the Laguna Lakeshore project. But I just saw that binid nyo na pala yung isang package.
1 plus 3, we added pa. So it's 4 now.
4 billion? Yeah, 4 billion po for the equipment.
Yes.
Just to
4 billion. How many? So anyway, can you take a second look? Kasi kung eventually 6, 7, 800 billion, for example, if you have 60 billion worth of dredging projects, why don't you put 10% or 20% equipment by administration na lang? Diba? Just try it out, di ba? Yeah.
Tapos meron nilang
kahit a small
parang
percent.
KPIs.
I mean, whatever you think is more doable, 5, 10%. Ang point ko lang, start the ratio, then grow it from there later on.
Tapos meron nilang agreement on the deliverables para
yes,
ginagamit.
Yeah, well, Chairman Senwin, yun naman maganda kasi sa mayors, governors, di ba? Even barangay captains. Pag pinadredge mo at wala namang kita dahil makina at sila pagagastos, sure ka na gagawin kasi sila naman naapektuhan pag binaha sila.
Saka nakikita ng tao. Bragging rights rin nila may ginagawa.
Hindi ko inaanong contract. I don't wanna add to their woes. So I'm not saying walang pakialam ang contractor, but basically they're there to make money. Di ba? Pero pag by administration, yung gumagawa, may pakialam may care kasi ikaw yun Di ba?
Correct. I think that's one methodology or one project that they can
This was
study.
much before the time of Sec Vince. Yung first, I don't know kung si Sec ICI Commissioner Babes Singson na, no? Sa BCDA noon, maraming housing ang Taguig. Centennial Village, maraming housing. Pero yung tinatawag na Dreamland, nag-negotiate sila. Sabi nila sa BCDA, magkano ba budget nyo? Bigay nyo na lang lote, bigay nyo yung pera, kami gagawa. Ang daming reklamo nung una. Pumayag ang BCDA. Alam mo, they have the best looking houses. Kasi imbis na kupitan, dinagdagan pa nila bahay nila Diba? So if they have 200,000, they get the 500,000. You have a 700,000 peso house. That was initially 500, may tubo pa dapat yung 500, di ba? So the same thing with dredging and anything na pwede by administration. When you give that to whoever your partner is, an NGO, the mayor, una-una gagastos pa sila Kasi hindi naman yung kailangan mo sa by administration, materials, labor din Tanggal lang yung kita at saka yung capital ng contractor di ba? But hindi lahat kaya by administration. If it's a 10-story building, may mga expertise etc. dyan, di ba? Ayaw mo rin magkamali, no? Can I go quickly to the project sa Lakeshore? I saw in the internet may bidding kayo recently.
Meron pong Sukat to Alabang na section.
Okay. How far will the alignment be from the present shoreline? I hope may familiar sa project na natira dyan. Ano yung sinabi sa atin? Okay, sa kanila, 1 kilometer, wag lang 2.
1.2. Wag lang 2.
From the lakeshore, kung saan ngayon yung...
Mga around 500 meters.
Okay, sige. Can the DPWH give me a history of the Lakeshore Highway project? Kailan yan sineryoso ng gobyerno? Anong year? Sinimulan yan? Ma'am, baka you can join them na para hindi kayo Join them na, ma'am. Tayo na lang naman natira dito.
Yung feasibility study po is 2019 ang gawa.
So, paano naging 2019 ang feasibility study nyo? Binid out yan ng DPWH nung 2015. Binid out yan nung 2015, hindi lang, walang nagbid.
Ang information po from DPWH, it was a PPP project yung 2015. And then 2019, gumawa ho sila ng sariling feasibility study.
Yes, precisely, Mr. President, Madam President, Mr. Chairman, parating ganyan ang sagot nyo eh. From the start, PPP yan. Kasi from Sukat or Calamba to the end of Taguig and the start of Pasig Taytay, kikita yan. Kaya PPP, under Sexingson. But at the last minute, nilagyan yan ng kolatilya sa kontrata na may contingency liability. Na wala naman yan sa Cavitex, wala naman sa ibang mga So nag-atrasan yung mga nag-bid. Okay? So suddenly, nung kay Sec Bonoan, gobyerno na daw ang gagawa. So tinanong ko nun, kung ito willing ang gastusan ng private, bakit kayo gagawa? Tapos susunod kong tanong, yan ba ay toll o hindi? Ang sabi niya, baka i-flip ng DPWH. Okay, number 3, Sec Vince. Maglalagay sila ng exit sa Bikutan. Bikutan side, which is Taguig. Pinakita ko yung video na 45 minutes hindi na gumagalaw yung traffic. Lalagyan mo pa dyan. They promised us a traffic study. Nasaan yung traffic study? Hindi nyo tinuloy. Wala kayong traffic study. Tinuturo nyo si RD Malaluan na meron daw silang traffic study for the local na tinuro kayo pabalik.
Well, according po sa DPWH, meron raw traffic study.
When was it conducted, ma'am? Kailan nyo ginawa yung traffic study? Kailan ko ito pinake-up? Last year? 2024 budget, ang sagot nyo, wala kayong traffic study. It's on the record. I can find the video here. So if you're saying meron, when did you do it? if it's before 2024, precisely nga, pinakita ko sa inyo, by the way, Secwin, yung 45 minutes na sinasabi ko is 200 meters, ha?
I think in more, sa amin din, in toll booth namin, ganun rin. I think in major cities, ganyan.
Kaya nga hindi pwede, but
Yeah.
yung sa toll
Ganun
booth,
din sa
nagawa na kasi, di ba? Ito, plano pa lang eh.
Correct.
They'll submit it tomorrow.
Well, meron raw silang traffic study for the entire project na 2021 raw ginawa.
Yeah, ma'am,
And they can submit it
Ano,
raw tomorrow.
Sec Vince, ito yung point, ha? Gumawa sila ng exit sa Bikutan. You know that kasi it's going to my house and going to the City Hall and Camp Agundiwa. Doon nila ilalabas. 100 to 200 meters, 45 minutes, hindi gumagalaw yung traffic. 2024 to. 2023, Christmas. And then January, a little bit better, 35 minutes. Oh. So, kinonfront ko sila last year this time. Aanin namin ang 2021 traffic. 2021, ma'am, tapos na ba ang pandemic nun? Patapos pa lang. O, kaya walang traffic. So, pag ginawa natin yung kalye na yan, balik natin yung pandemic para walang traffic sa Taguig. Anyway, I'll continue, Sec Vince, kasi I won't argue. Sayang yung oras. Okay. May I ask the DPWH planners, what did I request? How far away from Lakeshore dapat ang kalye? What did I request? Written request yun, ha? Baka kala nyo, kwentuhan lang to. Yes. I'll get there. Good remind, but I'll get there. How far? Oh, request ko 2 kilometers. Ano sagot ng LLDA?
2 kilometers from, ang request nyo is 2 kilometers from the shoreline.
Anong sagot ng LLDA?
Ayaw raw ng LLDA.
Sec Vince, pakitanong sila ulit. Ano sagot ng LLDA? Okay. So ma'am, ina-amend mo yung LLDA? Kasi hawak ko yung sulat ng LLDA, payag sila 1.2, wag daw 2 kilometers. Hawak ko yung sulat eh. Umangal pa ako, ba't hindi niyo ako sinama sa meeting sa LLDA? Anong meron yung project na yan na ayaw niyo maging transparent dyan? I have the letter. Nandiyan yung letter. Diba?
Actually, sir, sa later, si Sexa de Into, sinabi niya na, no? Informing
Yeah. Oh, Sexadain, ikaw nakapirma sa letter, oh. Nakalagay doon 1.2 sa technical working group nyo. Ba't nyo nasasabihin ngayon na hindi pwede? June 10, 2025 to. Oh yeah, but Vince, pareho, yung hindi pumayag at pumayag 1.2. Oh, tapos anong ginagawa nyo ngayon? 500 meters. Kausap ko congressman ng Muntinlupa sa kasal ng anak ng congressman namin . Pareho kami na sinasabi, the further it is, the better for our cities. Because magkakaroon senwin ng water sa amin, better for property prices, better for the environment, hindi rin kami tatamaan.
Yeah. Ang explanation po sa akin, doon po sa may Sukat areas 500, but from Sukat to Taguig, it will be 1.2.
Binubuli kasi ng DPWH yung iba . Ako lang naman nagsasalita dito, yung mga congressman hindi . Kasi palalabasin nyo sa constituents nila na pag hindi masusunod, hindi matutuloy, traffic doon. Ito tayo magbulahan dito. Yung road lang nung C5 ngayon na kung ano-ano sinasabi . Ako din tumindig nung 1999, 2000, 2001 . Kung naayos yung dike na yun sa dapat na alignment kay Secretary Villar pa, wala kaming problema ngayon . Sec Vince, nakwento na ba nila sa iyo kung ano naging conclusion nila sa letter nila ngayon sa Taguig? Hindi na lang daw nila gagawin yung Bikutan to kasi marami so yung gagawin na lang nila yung Sukat na lang daw to yeah, without consulting us. May I ask the DPWH, Sec Sardane and ma'am, Did we ever tell you we don't want the project or we told you pa ulit-ulit ayusin nyo lang? Oh, so kung ayaw nyo ng 1.2, payag ang LLDA, wag na lang. Kung traffic sa Bikutan, sabi ko lang, maghanap tayo ng ibang exit o kaya gumawa tayo ng overpass sa Bikutan, wag na lang. I'll go to my next question. If Secretary Vince was with DOTR now and not with DPWH, may I ask the dear Secretary, Sir, ano mas maganda dyan sa circumferential travel or transportation mode sa buong Laguna Lake? Mas maganda ba dyan ang highway na 6 kilometers, na 6 lanes or 8 lanes? O mas maganda ba dyan train ang ilagay natin?
Medyo sabi ni Vince, kailangan niya raw pag-aralan pa at
Okay.
upuan.
Bakit nyo binibid na yung project? Pangako kayo ng pangako tapos i-out nyo kami. 'Di ba? Senador ako, hindi ako congressman. So kahit Muntinlupa yan, may pakialam ako. Ang Laguna Lake, halos walang nagsasalita dyan. Ako nagsasalita dyan. First privilege speech ko yan. I see the Laguna Lake, I see the authority, where's the development?
May I
Yes,
ask
go
a
ahead, ma'am.
question? Yes. The infrastructure project that is being discussed, did it go through the environmental impact assessment? Does it have an ECC
That's a good
already?
question. That's my next
Yeah.
question. Dumaan na ba yan
And-
sa, may ECC ba yan?
And does it have the DepDev's TRIP, the 3-year rolling infrastructure program?
According to DPWH, meron pong ECC. Meron silang ECC.
Okay, guys, were you present in the last budget hearing? Was Yusek Sadiin and Ma'am, were you present sa last budget hearing ng I think it was on my birthday kasi I was not here Yung dito, it was October 27 or 28. Yung last budget hearing nung chinair ni Chair Chair Win. Nandito ba kayo nun? Budget briefing po dito. Dito sa Senate.
Wala raw silang dalawa.
Hindi, kasi pinasalitaan niyo si Yusek David kung ano sinasabi na ECC na illegal reclamation, flood control na naging reclamation, road dike ng DPWH yun. In-extend ng konti ng DPWH para may linear park, hinahanapan ng ECC. Samantalang yung project nyo, ilan lanes yan? 6 lanes, 8 lanes.
6
Oh,
lanes
hindi
po.
ba obvious? Kung maglalagay ka ng 2 meters linear park to 3 meters, hindi papasa sa ECC? Pero kapag ka 6 lanes, papasa sa ECC? You know, Sec Vince, reputations are important here. And I thank you because nga kinorek mo. Pero hanggang ngayon, nangungulit ang PRA at saka DNR Nagbigay pala sila ng ECC for 6 lanes So for 2-3 meters, questionin nila. Project ng DPWH Project ng DPWH. Oh, but this is my point to close the issue on that. Sec Vince, can we go to NEDA and check kung anong pinakamabuti dyan? Kasi duda talaga ako sa project na yan Bakit uutangin? Bakit hindi PPP? Tapos kung talagang transportation at saka eco-friendly, bakit hindi train? Or kung combination?
Sabi ko nga, pwedeng dalawa.
Hindi nga kasi may fast break si Secretary Bunuan dyan Kaya nagulat ako na binid nyo pa rin. Alam nyo may problema kami dyan Di ba? So anyway, may I request, Mr. Chairman, that we, you know, Korean yan, di ba? Korean, yung utang. ayokong ayokong mapahiya tayo sa lenders natin. Naging DFA secretary ako eh. Naintindihan ko pagka, di ba, Sec Vince, pag nasa Japan tayo, sabi nabawasan yung pondo, sabi yung right of way, hindi natin, nakakahiya eh. Ang problema, 3 taong ko to bring up sa inyo, hindi nyo sineseryoso yung aking concerns dyan. Kung nung first 3 months, baka ginagawa na yan eh. Oo lang kayo ng oo, tapos akala nyo hindi ko babantayan. Tapos anong mangyayari, sir? Pag nagawa nyo yung Kalamba hanggang Sukat, susunod na sa Sukat, barangay ko, Bagong Bayan, ipapublish nyo na kaya wala ang Taguig kasi pinatanggal ko? Kayo naman nagsabing wag na ituloy. Sinabi ng LLDA, okay eh. Okay kami sa 1 kilometer Sec Vince. Ang gusto namin, hindi tamaan yung property values. Tapos secondly, that road will help as a secondary dike. Kasi yung isa naming subdivision ngayon, subdivision ng Taguig, hindi akin yon. Because of the rising waters doon, lalong binabaha yung Bay Breeze. Inaaraw-araw din kami doon. Lahat ng kausap ko dyan, nag-retire na kasi panahon pa to ni Secretary Villar. Nung ginawa nyo yung dike, 3 alignment. Isang napaka-inland, yung present na ginawa nyo, yung pangalawa sa tubig. Ang matitipid lang is less than 5 billion. You chose to do the one in the middle, but you promised us 600 million for polder dikes. Pakihanap sa archives nyo, meron kayong plano niyan for polder dikes. Because 1,400 hectares ay nasa labas ng dike. Yun yung pinapakita ni Secretary Yusek David na hindi niya alam, hindi reclamation yon. Nagla-landfill sa 1,400 hectares that was not what was excluded by the dike. Na inadmit ni Secretary Villar, mag-e-erode yun. Kasi naglagay ka ng dike mataas ang tubig. Di ba? So kung landowner ka, protektahan mo. Sequin, titled yung iba dito. Di ba? So, yun lang request ko. Can we have an honest to goodness review of that project?
Senator Alan, naintindihan ko yung kalagayan nyo dahil kami rin sa Valenzuela, we're very conscious about the national projects, lalo na kung makaka-apekto sa constituents natin at makaka-cause ng traffic kasi most ng mga cities ma-traffic talaga eh. So, Secretary Vince committed to take a look at this personally.
Thank you.
Sabi niya
Thank
siya
you.
mismo.
Just related to that, but ito hindi problema. Well, problema, pero anong solusyon? So, in the 1970s, correct me if I'm wrong, pinanganak ko 1970 eh. So, nung ginawa yung Napindan Spillway, may pangako na gagawin yung Parañaque Spillway. Ang problema, ginawa yung South Superhighway, umunlad ang Parañaque, nagmahal ang property prices. So, nag-decide, over generations to, 50 years na mahigit hindi tinuloy yung Parañaque Spillway. Na-bring up to, during Pinoy's time, there was a proposal. Pag nagkaroon ng road, isama sa road ang reclamation, tapos butasan going to the Pacific River, Pacific Ocean, para ang tubig, kasi kailangan pumasok ang tubig alat Of course, the reforestation din sa mga watershed, no? So that was the second solution. Hindi rin inapprove to ni Sec Babes. And to be fair to him, limited na yung time. Kaya road muna ang ginawa nila. Walang reclamation. The reclamation kasi would pay for the additional cost. So panahon naman ni President Pinoy, kinancel yung kontrata with Belgians for the dredging. Kasi ang dredging daw ay corruption. May dredging na corrupt, may dredging. Di ba it's like sabihin mo, evil ang barel Pag pulis ang gumamit ng barel for protection of the people, it's being used for good. If hold-upper or kung yung pulis ang mang-hold up, it's being used for bad. So dredging is a legitimate engineering intervention. And our president now is saying that. So my question is DPWH studying any of this? Are you studying either the dredging of Laguna Lake or the Parañaque Spillway or other alternatives? I ask this because flooding in the coastal areas of Laguna Lake, etc. Kasi nung ginawa yan, Mr. Chairman, the LLDA law says anything below 12.5 meters is owned by LLDA. That's a longer story, but PD ni President Marcos. But of course, you cannot confiscate land. So kung merong claim doon at may title, no. But the point is, we built the dike at 15 point something, 15.6, 15.5, 15.3 meters. And nung unang natapos yung dike niya, nung nagkabagyo na malaki, pumunta ako doon, malayo pa, Senwin, mga 2 meters pa talaga. Actually, lower pa din 2 meters kasi 13 is higher. Ngayon, pumunta kayo, ang taas ng tubig. So, if we don't do anything about the lake, not only do we kill the potential, so I'm asking kasi, kung wala pa, shouldn't you put money? Si Sec Vince knows this better than I kasi nasa finance team siya noon. Can you put something in the pipeline, whether it's with the Japanese, Koreans, or a study kung anong options talaga na pwede pa? Kasi I don't wanna argue na pwedeng Parañaque Spillway, then Las Piñas and Parañaque says hindi pwede. I don't want to argue na butasan yung Budok, then ayaw ng Rizal or ayaw natin ng reclamation. But doing nothing is waiting for a disaster to happen.
Yeah, well, they'll take a look at that. In fact, the Secretary agrees that baka kailangan nga tingnan yung dredging doon kasi alam niya rin yung situation doon. So pag-aaralan nila.
How big again is Clark? Ilan hectares? 27? 35,000?
30,000 hectares.
30,000 hectares.
So as a perspective lang, Mr. Chair, at saka sa mga nanonood pa sa atin at this time, ang Fort Bonifacio is about 500 plus hectares. Ang BGC is 100 hectares, more or less. Ang Clark is 30,000 hectares. Okay? Ang, paki-google yung exacto square kilometers ng Laguna Lake. Ang buong Singapore, kasya sa Laguna Lake.
Yes.
So ganun kaganda at ganun kalaki ng potential niya. And it covers Metro Manila, Laguna, and Rizal. Kung hindi nag-pandemic, yun na ang susunod naming ilalabi kay President Duterte noon na after the cleanup of Boracay, the development of Clark is a development plan for the Laguna Lake. In fact, we put money when I was speaker for, by the way, Sec Vince, let me amend myself, not only trains, a system of trains and ferries. Kasi pwedeng tumulay Di ba? Ang problema nga pababaw ng pababaw yung actually, hindi lang yung tubig. Yung discussions, pababaw ng pababaw din So anyway, LLDA is saying that the Napindan Channel also needs dredging. Is the Napindan Channel part of the Pasig rehabilitation or hindi? Is DPWH ba involved pa with the Pasig rehabilitation? Hindi.
Under DNR po, merong Pasig River Rehabilitation Commission.
Yeah, so I don't know why pinost ng LLDA yon, or maybe they're lobbying or meron. But yun nga, just because the lake is intimately related then with the Pasig River,
yes,
may ask Sec Vince maybe in the cabinet level.
I
mean, I appreciate, I think Ramon Ang is involved in the dredging and is doing, I think, a good job there with DPWH. But yun nga, in relation with the lake, and it will help Taytay, Pasig, and Taguig. But it will also help the other parts of the Laguna Lake. No?
Correct. Tama po.
Okay, last lang clarification sa flood control. Do we agree in the same definition, Sec Vince, na ang ghost, bayad pero wala? Walang project?
Yes. Yes.
Diba? Compared to, for example, wala tayong argument sa okay yung project. Okay yung project means ito yung specification, ito yung bidding, walang luto yung bidding. It was made perfectly, no? Walang defect, etc. Okay. Substandard, there are two ways to do substandard. Ayos lahat ng bidding, sinabi 1 kilometer, 900 meters or 800 meters lang ginawa. Substandard yon. The other one is dinaya yung sa bidding. Actually, doon ako na-confuse kasi sinabi ni Engineer Bryce yun na lahat ng project sa district nila ay substandard because inayos nila yung program. But yung DUPA is regional ba o provincial?
Per project po ang DUPA. Ang CMPD is per region.
CMPD.
Yes.
So the CMPD for the whole Bulacan is the same, di ba?
Per the whole region.
Yeah, for the whole region 3
Yeah.
is the same.
Yeah. Per district.
No,
Per dis-
sabi nyo DUPA, which one is district, which one is ano?
Yung DUPA, sir, yung per project.
Yeah, sorry.
Ayan.
Ni-remind lang ako for those watching us. DUPA is
Detailed unit price.
Detailed unit price,
price
analysis.
analysis. Okay. And then yung
CMPD is
Construction.
cost of construction materials price data.
yes. So regional yung CMDP kasi let's say if you're an island, Romblon, Mindoro, baka mas mahal yung semento doon.
Correct. Yes. May,
Diba?
land, may logistics.
But kung katulad nun, yung for Bulacan, Pampanga, etc., it's the same, di ba?
Ang CMPD pala, it's issued per region pero may values rin per district. No, so
Yeah, but ibig
nag-granular
sabihin,
siya.
how many congressional districts sa Bulacan?
Ang Bulacan.
Iba.
This is
Engineering
district
Engineering
engineering districts.
districts.
Engineering districts.
Yes, how many?
3 engineering
Oh.
districts.
And more or less, all 3 will use the same CMDP, di ba? Kasi it's one province.
Yes.
Oh, so kung tama yung sinabi ni Engineer Bryce na lahat nung sa kanya substandard, are we saying for all 3 districts substandard? Pareho pricing unit nila eh. No, I agree with you. I heard what you said, implementation. Yun yung sa Ghost. May testimony dito si Bryce na sabi niya, lahat ng projects namin, inayos namin yung pricing. So lahat yan substandard. Galit at yun, naano ako doon kasi lalo pag sinabi mo sa estudyante, school building, substandard, paano kung gumiba yun? Tulay, substandard, paano kung gumiba? That's why I'm trying to define terms ngayon kasi I think iniiba niya yung definition ng substandard. Ang alam kong substandard, di ba, dapat ang bakal mo ay, di ba, ganyan kakapal, nilagay mo, ganito kakapal. So, tama si Sec Vince, it's the implementation. But yung sinabi kasi niya, inayos kasi namin presyo. I'm trying to understand that. Or inayos niya yung program.
Ang ginagawa ho nila, binobloat ho nila yung design in quantities. For example, kung 10 bakal, ginagawa nilang 20, pero ang ginagawa nila 10 lang.
Yeah, but anyway, thank you for that. Let's continue to define. 2 things, Sec Vince, kasi galit na ang tao eh. So kung ang intention lang natin to make them activists, to demand change, it's there. But if we're going to make people depressed, and if we're going to, if people are saying walang pag-asa ang Pilipinas, we're working against ourselves, di ba? House divided will fall. Of course, kung may isang magnanakaw sa bahay, di ba, kick him out, ikulong mo. Di ba? Pero kung, halimbawa, clarification ha. So, kanina nagtanong si Sen Marcoleta, ang sagot mo, you're verifying all the projects, but so far you've verified 30 na ghost, na sure na ghost?
Yeah, mga 30.
30, di ba? 30. In Bulacan.
In Bulacan.
And then
7 ang confirmed ghost.
Second ang confirmed ghost.
7.
7. Ilan ang confirmed ghost sa buong Pilipinas?
Yun po ang
Still waiting for
yun po ang ongoing na
Yeah, but ilan as of
validation.
today?
420.
as of today.
Okay, I'll go back just both for the DPWH and for those listening to us. Chairman, if I may lang, thank you
Yes,
for
go
being really patient with me. No? Ang ghost, walang nagawa, bayad na. Wag nating iibahin yung definition kasi magkakagulo tayo eh. So ang ghost, di ba? Binili ko tong ballpen na to, bayad na, walang binigay na ballpen. Yun ang ghost. Binili ko tong ballpen na to, ang binigay sa akin yung wala nang laman, substandard yon. Di ba? O binigay sa akin walang takip, incomplete. Di ba? Whatever. Di ba? Na anomalya pa rin, na corrupt pa rin, pero ibang-iba yung ghost. Yung ghost, wala. So, I'm seeing in the internet people say, isipin nyo, sa 3 taon pa lang, or sinasama yung 3 taon ni Duterte, sa 6 na taon, 300 billion, 400 billion, 700 billion. Okay, even if we assume 300 billion yung this year, ang daming na-hold this year, di ba? Parang ang alam ko, more than 100 billion hindi na-release this year. I'm not that sure. No, I won't go there muna. Ang ibig ko sabihin lang, malayo naman siguro sabihin na may 10 billion, 20 billion, 30 billion ghost. Tapos pag sinabi mo yung 93 billion.
93,
So,
93.
but you get my point, Sec Vince, di ba? If you say 300 billion, hindi na-release yung 93, so 207. If you say 50 billion doon ghost, hindi ako pwede magmura dito dahil session hall to. Pero still, di ba? Tsaka talagang grabe, I can't say it, but you know what di ba? But malayo naman yun pag sinabi yung buong 300 billion ghost at ninakaw. So we owe it to the people to be truthful. So I'm not saying that yung 250, walang ninakaw doon. Kasi if you get 20% or 30%, the 30% of the 150, that's still another 50, 100 yung ninakaw. But ang point ko, let's be precise. Not only for the cases. Kasi matro-throw out yung case eh. Pag sinabi mong ghost, present nung contractor na, sir, eto yung ginawa namin. O kaya present nung contractor, sir, eto na yung unang hollow block. Paano naging ghost, sir? Hindi pa kami bayad. Di ba? So, let's be clear about what is ghost. If you look, Sec Vince, at all the news, they use the number 400 something. Even the ICI, ginagamit nila 400. So, lagay nila suspected. No, but ang problema nga, tumatanim sa tao na 400 ang ghost eh. I don't mind if it's true. And I don't mind if it's 800 eh. Mark my words, mark my words tonight. If we keep using 400, then we find out it's 100. The public will suspect pinagtakpan natin yung 300. Di ba? Kaya anong rule natin? Di ba? Don't overpromise. Over-deliver. Under-promise, over-deliver. Di ba? So, sinabi, 8,000 to, we suspect, whatever, we're looking, etc. Di ba? So, I would assume it's more than 100. Because ang sabi nila sa Bulacan alone, 40 to 100. No? And I'll stop there. But maybe, Sec Vince, aside from a same definition with the DOJ, Ombudsman, DPWH, sa kayo nyo ko sinasabi kasi kayo ang technical eh, kayo ang contractor eh, di ba? So pag sinabi kong bill of materials at sinabi ko sa DOJ, Ombudsman, ICI, hindi sila yung technical. They're technical people there, like Secretary Babe Singson, he was secretary. But kayo yung ano eh, di ba? So, for example, no, I've known of some projects I helped before, let's say state universities, sasabihin nila dito ilalagay yung building, but then before i-construct, malalaman nila after the soil test or, sir, maingay pala dyan kung dorm, lipat natin dito. Hindi ghost yun. Nilipat. Diba? Except kung sasabihin nyo kasi yung unang project dito nilagay nila sa GAA dito, tapos tinakip nila dito. Oh, pero kung yung takip, edi ang nag-ghost nun yung unang gumawa na nakasingil na. Hindi yung pangalawa. Di ba? So we have to be fair with everyone here. So my proposal, Sec Vince, is that we define the terms and you have a counter. We're looking at 8,000 projects. We've looked at 407 is ganyan. Di ba? Whether on your website, kay Presidente, etc., para whether media or maraming naninira sa gobyerno. Maraming nanglilito dito. Marami din. So, I don't wanna take a position for or against anyone. But mas klaro yung facts, better yung debate. Diba? So, the last point I wanted to make on that, I suggested I suggested last briefing that you ask all the district engineers or together with the LGUs, give them a list of the projects, just let them take a picture. Kasi to be fair, tinignan nyo na yung Ilocos, wala kayong nakita. Oh, sorry, I'll make it very clear. I stop at wala kayong nakitang ghost. Di ba? Tama, wala, no? So far.
Ongoing pero wala pa.
Ongoing, pero may report, di ba, na so far wala.
Yeah.
So-
But ongoing raw, but so far wala naman
Yeah, okay.
nakikitang
Yun nga,
ghost.
in the same way that I want to be fair to the Dutertes in Davao, I want to be fair to the Marcoses in the Ilocos, and I want you to be fair to the Cayetanos in Taguig, di ba? And the way to do that nga is one, kuna na lahat, di ba? Kasi yung iba I think ridiculous din naman yung iba na sinasabing humahataw ngayon. Kasi kung bayad ka na for the whole, hindi mo naman kayang gawin ng 1, 2, 3 buwan yun di ba? So obviously, Sexaden, di ba? Obviously, kung ghost, ngayon mo palang ginagawa, nakita mo 20%, may picture ka 20%, ghost pa rin yun. Ngayon mo lang ginagawa, bayad ka na ng 100% di ba? So obvious naman yon. But the longer period na wala kayong database, mas magsususpetsa ang mga tao. I'll give you an example. If Sekwin and I were mortal enemies and we were from the same province or the same municipality, city, and he was congressman, I was mayor, naghahanap na ako kung may ghost siya, naghahanap na siya sa akin kung may ghost. Ang problema kung hindi kami honest, mag-iimbento kami. So lalong nakakagulo, di ba? Walang problema kung kukunan ko lahat ng project niya, siya mayor, kinunan ko lahat. O, edi alam ko kung may ghost, kinunan niya lahat sa akin. Walang problema kung ganun Yun nga ang problema. The people trust a few people. You're blessed, Vince, because they trust you. But the trust can run out di ba? Okay, last question on the flood control. What is the present theory ngayon ng gobyerno? What's the criminal conspiracy? Kasi in every major criminal conspiracy, there is a theory. A case theory. Wala na, no? Wala na tayo. We're okay.
Kanina lang yan. Mga projects na naman. Pero lahat, lawyers, siguro mag-a-agree. Sabog yung mga department orders. Hindi mo makakakat. So, ang
Sige,
pinaka-practical lang.
Working theory is merong intention may intention na gumawa ng ghost project at binayaran po yung contractor or yung mga taong nasa loob ng DPWH na gumawa ng ghost project.
Yeah. It's almost 2 a.m. So, and you've been very patient with me. And I know it's a complex thing, but can I give my 2 cents just because of 2 reasons? One, hindi pwedeng walang theory. Hindi pwedeng walang working theory, case theory. 2, so far ang narinig ko pa lang sa gobyerno ay si President Marcos at si Vince Dizon na nagsabing, be patient, gawin ng tama para sigurado yung kaso. Tama? I mean, there might be 1 or 2 more. Pasensya na po kayo, secretaries, whoever, baka may nagsabing 2 or 3 more, but you're in the minority. Everyone else, including the ICC tuloy ako, but ICI, pag maingay, file na natin. Ang problema, paano pag nag-iba theory mo? So kasi iba yung theory na, alam nyo, lahat sila corrupt, nagkasabay-sabay lang. Yung theory, may corrupt na engineer, district engineer, kinausap yung USEC kinausap to. Iba din yung theory na, meron sa gobyernong na to, minapya siya. Iba din yung alam ng senador na ghost sa hindi alam ng senador. Alam ng congressman na ghost na hindi. And the problem is, pag nag-iiba theory mo, iba yung fa-file mo. So ang nangyayari, as people come out, di ba, so tinanong kanina ni Senator Cheese, bakit kinasuhan yung isang high-level official, si Speaker Martin? I didn't catch the whole answer, no? But we were talking about Gutesa. So yun ang problema. Everyone is saying, pag hindi ka under oath, walang value yon. Tama yung mga nagsabing walang probative value. Kasi probative value is the value in court of how true and how efficient, how credible the evidence is. But when you say no value, may value. Lahat ng magsalita, may value. Bakit? It's a lead. So kung magsalita si Engineer Bryce, assistant, at mali, nililigaw tayo. Kung tama, it's a good lead, sundan mo. Pag salita si Zaldico, it's a lead. May value siya. I'm not saying it's true. And most people who will talk will have half-truths. Jokes and accusation have to be half-true. A joke, especially if it's sarcasm, na walang half-truth, di ba? So pag sinabi nilang the late Alang Cayetano, kasi parati akong late, kaya nakakatawa kasi talagang nalilate ako. Kung hindi ako nalilate, hindi nakakatawa, di ba? Kasi parang ininsulto niyo ako, napapatayin niyo na ako, bakit the late Alang Cayetano? Di ba? Sorry, si Senwin always laughs at my joke eh. Kaya si Senwin at si
Ako lang
Patty,
talaga tumatawa sa jokes.
kahit buo tayo mga senador, Senwin, kaya malakas ka sa akin eh. So, ganun din sa accusations eh. Half-truths get people steered. And ang problema, nung araw may referee. There are advocates, political analysts, etc. Ngayon, panay influencer eh. Dean ng law school, alam niyang mali eh. Pero dahil galit siya doon o dito siya sa panig, imamali nila. So ngayon, pag sinabing isa, so don't get me wrong ha, tama yung iba nagsalita dito na hindi under oath, walang probative value. Pero yung iba sa internet, sa vlog, sa news, walang value yun. Oh, hindi walang value, lead yun eh. Major player yun eh. Di ba? So ngayon, kung hindi ako under oath, pero sabihin ko sa inyo, alam niyo kailan nag-umpisa yan? Nag-umpisa yan ganito. Kasi yung mga projects na yan, inutang. Pero eto kasi nag-a-advance. O, walang value yon. Hindi ba mabubuo nyo yung theory kung maririnig nyo yung ganon? O, ngayon, what if it's hearsay? What is hearsay? Hindi ako, it's not my personal knowledge na nangutang at nag-advance. Pero it's not hearsay if I hear it from someone. It's hearsay. So, if they say Zaldi nag-a-advance, sinabi kay A, kausap ko si A. It's hearsay as to Zaldi. But it's not hearsay as to Alan and A. So pag sinabi ni A sa akin, pare, kaya nagkaganyan yan. Kasi si ganito, nag-a-advance. Yan, 15. Ang problema, naging 20. Kasi ang ginawa nila, tinanggalan nila lahat ng district, tapos binenta nila yung project. And nagkaroon ng idea to ngayon district engineer. Kung ganyan din lang kalaki, wag na natin gawin yung project. So that's what I meant, na dapat may theory at dapat may value. So I'll stop here and medyo mahaba na yung sinabi ko, but I hope, Sec Vince, nakatulong to. Maybe not in the short term, but in the long term, 2 years from now, pinag-uusapan natin dalawa. Sinong nakulong? At kung tama, di ba? Kung tama yung mga nakulong na pagbintangan, if justice was done and accountability, but 2, may nagawa ba DPWH? So kung walang napakulong, lahat tayo, hindi maniniwala sa atin ng tao. Mawawalan kumpiyansa. Pero kung may nakulong, pero yung mga project na dapat natin ginawa, hindi natin ginawa. Di ba? So, can I have that as a last question? Dun sa lahat ng reform na sinasabi mo, and I'm for it, yung kalahati, etc., magbibid ba yung mga contractor? So far ba, may indication kayo na, no?
Yeah, so far naman ay nagbibid
No, so
naman.
that's good news.
Yeah.
That's good news, no? Kasi I just putting myself in the place, di ba, na maliit ang ang 8 to 12% na 8 to 10 Kasi if you put it in bonds, wala kang problema. Magkano naman ngayon bonds Sequin? Mga 8?
Walang mga 3, 4.
Hindi, yung mga long term parang 6 to
For
T-bills,
T-bills is about
T-bills.
3/4. Yeah, government.
T-bills
Government.
mga 8%.
Yeah. I think pag private siguro, pag private.
Private.
Private 6, 7. Yeah.
O sige, lagay mo na sa 6%, 6%, nandiyan pera mo, walang problema. So sa 8%, okay yan kung yung project at makakasingil ka in 6 months to 12 months. Pero yung 8%, kung 2 years yung project mo, lugi ka pa sa cost of money mo o sa opportunity cost. Di ba? So ang point ko doon, kung walang manghihingi ngayon sa contractor, no problem. Pero kung manghihingi from a possible barangay captain na ayaw pa umpisahan yung project, to the congressman or to a secretary, to a senator, kung totoong 10% na lang kita mo, hiningan ka pa ng 5%, wala nang gagawa. Di ba? So again, Sec Vince, I'm for it. I'm for kung tanggalin lahat ng SOP, tanggalin lahat ng kita. Di ba? But having said that, to do that, there are certain things we have to do. It's most unpopular now, but I'll say it. It's most unpopular now. Pag nilinis nyo yung DPWH, dapat taasan mo sweldo ng mga engineers, architects, sa mga tao. Kasi kung hindi, magpa-private lahat yan. Di ba? I mean, yung walang pamilya siguro, talagang mahal na mahal lang yung bayan, pero marami tayong nurse, mahal nila ang bayan, pero nasa abroad. So anyway, Sequin, thank you very much for this opportunity. I hope I'm able to contribute.
Senator Alan. So always say...
Sen. JV, thank you.
Maraming salamat po, Sen. Alan. Marami kaming natututo sa inyo every time you interpolate, and I'm sure the department is
For the
listening.
record, ngayon lang naman ako nagtagal. Sa
Yes.
limang
But
araw.
marami kaming natututunan. Thank you. Maraming salamat, Senator Alan.